Dear students, last class we were discussing about applications of equilibrium constant. So first application is to find extent of a reaction. Second one, finding the direction of a reaction. Third one, calculating the equilibrium concentration of reactants and products. We consider the formation of hydrogen iodide. Hydrogen gas combines with iodine gas. It provides hydrogen iodide gas. We can write the equilibrium constant Kc. In terms of molar concentration or active mass, we are representing the equilibrium constant, which is the ratio of product of concentration of the products to the product of concentration of reactants, and each term is raised to an exponential power. So we have written equilibrium constant. In terms of partial pressure also you may express Kp. Now the third application of equilibrium constant is to calculate equilibrium concentrations of product as well as reactants. As we discussed already, once equilibrium is reached, we will have a mixture of reactant and product, because the reaction will not have any end. We won't get product, at the same time we won't get reactant. The rate of forward and reverse reactions are equal, so we get only equilibrium mixture. Equilibrium mixture contains both reactants as well as product. So at this stage we call the concentration as equilibrium concentration. So in the equilibrium mixture we have a product as well as reactants. The concentration is expressed as equilibrium concentrations. Equilibrium concentration of reactants hydrogen and iodine. Equilibrium concentration of product hydrogen iodide. So when we know equilibrium constant value, we can calculate equilibrium concentrations of reactants and products, and vice versa. When we know the concentration of the reactants and products, we can calculate equilibrium constant. So the third application of equilibrium constant is, when we know this value, we will get the equilibrium concentrations of reactants and the products. Right. So this is a public 5-mark question. Calculate equilibrium constant for the formation of hydrogen iodide. Why we use the word formation of hydrogen iodide? Even though equilibrium is reached, we consider the forward process. Right. Forward process is the formation of hydrogen iodide. The backward process is the dissociation. This will be dissociated to produce iodine as well as hydrogen. So we consider forward process. For the formation of a hydrogen iodide, calculate equilibrium constant. If you think about a dissociation, that means if you think about a backward process, this will be changed. Hydrogen and iodine will be in the numerator, because these two will be what? Products. And the hydrogen iodide will be in the denominator, because this is dissociated, this is reactant. So we have a forward as well as backward process. We consider the formation of hydrogen iodide. Forward process is considered. For the equilibrium constant, formula is concentration of hydrogen iodide exponential power 2 divided by concentration of hydrogen and iodine. Now we are going to find the formula, Kc formula. So what are the substances are involved in the reaction? Hydrogen, iodine and hydrogen iodide. What is the initial number of moles? Initial number of moles represent how much reactants have taken. Before reaction starts, how much reactants we have taken. So initial number of moles of reactants, hydrogen gas and iodine gas. So this is a homogeneous gaseous phase equilibrium reaction. So initially we assume that A moles of hydrogen and B moles of iodine. We assume that. This is a theoretical concept. Initial number of mole of hydrogen A mole per liter. Initial number of mole of iodine B mole per liter. So before reaction starts, we have A moles of hydrogen and B moles of iodine. Reaction is not started, so hydrogen iodine will not be formed. Then number of moles of reactants, reactant. So how much reactant moles are involved in the reaction to form the product. So this is at time t is equal to 0. Before reaction starts, we have A mole of hydrogen and B mole of iodine. Then now reaction starts at one particular time, for example 15 minutes or half an hour. So at a particular time, we find from A mole of hydrogen, how much mole of hydrogen is converted into product. From the initial number of mole B, how much mole is converted into the product. So this is number of mole of reactants reacted is assumed as X. So we assume that out of A mole of reactants, only X mole of reactant hydrogen is involved in the reaction. X mole of iodine involved in the reaction to produce the product. Okay. So how much mole of reactant involved in the reaction are converted into the product. Then number of moles at equilibrium. Before reaction starts, A mole of hydrogen, B mole of iodine. After reaction starts, X mole of reactants are converted into the product. At equilibrium means we have both reactant as well as product. So in the equilibrium mixture, we will have both reactant as well as product. So number of moles at equilibrium, right? How much mole of reactants and the products present at equilibrium condition. So remaining A minus X. Initial number of mole A, from which X mole is converted into the product. So remaining A minus X mole of hydrogen will be in the equilibrium mixture, right? So at a particular time, when equilibrium is reached, some quantity of reactant is converted into the product. So this is the remaining quantity of or remaining number of moles of reactant hydrogen. Then for iodine, B minus X. Remaining number of moles of iodine in the equilibrium mixture. From B moles, X mole is converted into the product. So the remaining B minus X. So in the equilibrium condition, how much product will be there? 2X. X mole hydrogen, X mole iodine is converted into the product hydrogen iodide, 2X moles. So theoretically, we have the coefficient 2. So 2X mole of hydrogen iodide is present in the equilibrium mixture. So we have reactants hydrogen and iodine, and the product formed is hydrogen iodide. This is initial number of mole. This is number of moles reacted. This is remaining number of moles at equilibrium. So equilibrium mixture has A minus X mole of hydrogen, B minus X mole of iodine, and 2X mole of product hydrogen iodide. Now, what is equilibrium concentration? Equilibrium concentration. So what is the formula to calculate the equilibrium concentration? Active mass or molar concentration is what? Number of moles divided by V. So formula to calculate equilibrium concentration or active mass or molar concentration, this is the formula. N by V, number of moles divided by total volume of the container. Now the total volume of the container is considered as capital V. This is a gaseous homogeneous equilibrium reaction. So we take two gases in a container. It provides a product. So the volume of the container is assumed as capital V. So number of moles divided by total volume is the concentration. Number of moles of hydrogen A minus X divided by total volume capital V. So this is equilibrium concentration of hydrogen. What is the equilibrium concentration of iodine? Number of moles at equilibrium B minus X divided by total volume V. Number of moles of a product hydrogen iodide at equilibrium is 2X divided by total volume. So these are all the terms which represents equilibrium concentrations of reactants hydrogen, iodine as well as hydrogen iodide. Now we have obtained the concentration terms. You just substitute in the Kc formula, we get the final formation. So Kc is equal to concentration of product hydrogen iodide power 2 divided by concentration of reactants hydrogen and iodine. So concentration of each term is already calculated. You just substitute the values. Concentration of a product hydrogen iodide is 2x by V whole square divided by concentration of reactants hydrogen A minus x by V, iodine B minus x by V. So the final answer is 4x square divided by A minus x into B minus x. So substitute the value, you will get 2x by V whole square divided by A minus x by V, B minus x by V. This will become 4x square divided by A minus x into B minus x. So this is Kc, equilibrium constant for the formation of hydrogen iodide. In terms of molar concentration, we have derived Kc value. Okay. Now we need equilibrium constant in terms of partial pressure. We need Kp value. Already we know the relationship between Kp and Kc. Kp is equal to Kc RT power delta Mg. Delta Mg is nothing but sum of the number of moles of products minus sum of number of moles of reactants. Product 2, number of moles of product 2, number of moles of reactants 1 plus 1, 2, 0. So delta Mg value 0. So delta Mg value 0 means what is the relationship between Kp and Kc? Kp is equal to Kc. For the formation of hydrogen iodide, delta Mg value 0. So Kp is equal to Kc. So we already calculated Kc value, which is nothing but Kp. Okay. So Kc is equal to Kp. So this is a public 5-mark question. Derive the equilibrium constants for the formation of hydrogen iodide. Based on that, a problem is given in your book. Page number 13. So as usual, we have 3 substances. Hydrogen, iodine are the reactants. Hydrogen iodide is a product in the forward process. Now in book, they have given initial concentration of reactants as 1 and 1. This is the initial concentration. Next, number of moles of hydrogen iodide is 0.4. Right? They have given what value? 0.4. So 2 values are given in the book. One is initial number of mole of reactants and number of moles of product at equilibrium. 2 values they have given. Right? So this is nothing but what? 2x, isn't it? So if x mole is converted into product will be 2x mole, isn't it? So as we discussed, 2x mole of hydrogen iodide is formed. So 2x value 0.4 means what is x value? 0.2. Okay. So already in the theoretical part we wrote it as initial number of moles A and B, x mole of reactants are converted into the product. So remaining number of moles. So like this we already studied in the theoretical part. So in question they have given initial number of mole for hydrogen 1, for iodine 1, 2x value 0.4, from which we calculated x value as what? 0.2. So x mole of hydrogen is converted into product, that means 0.2. X mole of iodine is converted into product is 0.2. 2x value 0.4. A minus X, 1 minus 0.2. What is the answer? 0.8. So remaining number of moles of hydrogen 0.8 as well as iodine 0.8. Number of moles of a product at equilibrium 0.4. Total volume is assumed as 1. Total volume is 1. So equilibrium concentration, number of moles divided by total volume. Okay. Total volume is assumed as 1. So we substitute values in Kc formula. Kc is equal to concentration of product to the exponential power divided by concentration of reactants. Equilibrium concentration of product 0.4 or 2. Equilibrium concentration of reactants 0.8 into 0.8. So the answer is 0.25. So this is a 3-mark problem. Okay. So in the formation of hydrogen iodide, they have given initial concentration and the concentration of product at equilibrium, from which we calculated how much mole of reactant is converted into the product, remaining number of moles of reactants, and the equilibrium concentrations. Using the equilibrium concentrations, we find the Kc value as 0.25. Next, public 5-marker. Derive the equilibrium constants for the dissociation of PCl5. PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, is a gaseous molecule dissociated or decomposed to produce phosphorus trichloride and chlorine gas. Phosphorus trichloride and chlorine gas are produced. So what is Kc? Equilibrium constant is equal to concentration of product will be in the numerator, concentration of reactant will be in the denominator. So PCl3 chlorine divided by PCl5. So we consider only forward process. Forward process is what? Dissociation of phosphorus pentachloride. Backward process, formation of phosphorus pentachloride. We think only forward process. We consider the forward process so that Kc value is written. So as usual, we have reactant phosphorus pentachloride, products phosphorus trichloride and chlorine. Initial number of mole A. Before reaction starts, we take A moles of phosphorus pentachloride. Now X mole of phosphorus pentachloride is dissociated to produce products phosphorus trichloride and chlorine. Remaining number of moles A minus X, X, X. Initial concentration, how much mole of reactant is converted into the product? At equilibrium, remaining number of moles of reactants and products. So A minus X. If 1 mole is dissociated, it produces 1 mole PCl3 and 1 mole chlorine. So that X mole dissociated means it will produce X mole of PCl3 and X mole of chlorine. Theoretical concept. So remaining number of moles at equilibrium, PCl5 A minus X and the products PCl3 and chlorine are X. Total volume is assumed as capital V. So what is equilibrium concentration? Number of moles divided by total volume. So A minus X by V, X by V, X by V. So at equilibrium concentrations of reactant A minus X by V, products X by V. Now substitute the concentration terms in the formula, you will get Kc. Phosphorus trichloride X by V, chlorine X by V divided by phosphorus pentachloride A minus X by V. So we get Kc X square divided by A minus X into V. So this is Kc value. Okay. Right. We need Kp. How to derive Kp value? So the relationship between Kp and Kc is equal to Kp is equal to Kc RT power delta Mg. Calculate delta Mg. number of moles of products 1 plus 1 2, sum of number of mole of reactant 1. Okay. So delta Ng value 1, so Kp is equal to Kc RT power 1, and we know the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. This is ideal gas equation. So PV is equal to nRT is the ideal gas equation. We need a RT. RT means PV by N. Okay. So Kp is equal to Kc. Instead of RT, we write it as PV by N. N is the total number of moles in the equilibrium mixture. How much total number of moles present? We know that A minus X mole of PCl5 is present at equilibrium condition. What is the number of moles? A minus X mole of reactant PCl5 is present. Next, X mole of PCl3 is present and X mole of chlorine is present. So what is N value? N is nothing but total number of moles of reactants and products present at equilibrium condition. So in the equilibrium mixture, we have the reactant as well as products. So N value is equal to A plus X. So total number of moles A plus X. So this can be written as Kp is equal to Kc PV by A plus X. Right? And we know what is Kc. Kc is what? X square divided by A minus X into V. Just to substitute this value in this formula. So Kp is equal to Kc is nothing but X square divided by A minus X into V, then PV divided by A plus X. V will be cancelled. So what is the remaining? Kp is equal to X squared P divided by A minus X into A plus X. So we have derived equilibrium constants Kp and Kc for the dissociation of PCl5. So 2 5 more questions we have completed today. Deriving equilibrium constants for the formation of hydrogen iodide as well as for the dissociation of phosphorus pentachloride, and a 3 mark problem we have completed. Right? So with this, today's class over. Tomorrow we will discuss about the equilibrium constant derivation for the synthesis of ammonia. Okay, thank you.